also started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should be supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just...
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way!
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build a...
Good luck to them, Ice. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other...
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice. Not in a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can...
I'm working on that, and I'll do everything I can to get you...
All right. Mimise, as soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can...
Right, there's just one thing I need to finish up first.
All right. I'll let...
Aye, aye, Captain.
Is that the thing Toes helped to build?
He cracked the crystal too.
Hopefully it's nothing. What could be wrong with Torgor? Trouble with the ledgers. Should...
What you told Nan about Kupka. Hopefully all our old friends can rest easy.
I got your note. You think something's wrong?
So you can read. But I didn't say how we're wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at him. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy?
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalind. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything.
Lawsman,
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, she says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have...
I rather think she might be right. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones, and I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect if we assume that his newfound it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to provide. Frost wolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger. As to where one might find a suitable substitute...
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The last...
Even so.
Good hunting.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, that you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, he's got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
And that was?
A sword. An odd little metalist. You could slice a man clean in two.
So that's what's troubling you.
No. Not troubling me exactly.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blade.
That's about a sword.
I'll see what I can find. Sharper swords are always welcome, and we can't have our master.
You're a soft touch, you know. I can't say I'm not grateful.
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this sword. You're looking well.
What do you want?
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single...
Running around after him again?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do, which made it nice and easy finding a
Can you tell me who bought it?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, huh? Fine. If you stop Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my... Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh. And he's...
I appreciate the...
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
They told me she was building a ship.
Clive.
That's why I'm...
Shh. Otto, maybe... A little. Listen. I've some bad news. And it's... maybe my fault. Sadly, that square turned out to be more... I can straighten it out, I swear, but... it's gonna take some time. And... I'm gonna need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I'd say.
There you are! What's...
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight, you get Clive to come to you. The man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you... well... who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
Those ledgers were my responsibility. And it was my...
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've light after the king's ransom we had off him. He deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand...
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to...
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Marth?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth $1,000. Little something Sid and I set aside for... when times got lean. And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates...
I'm sure there will be.
But you know how it is with this place. Orders to buy.
I know. Which is why I...
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really?
No, I don't.
Think Mid might need some help tidying up.
Well. Here, Sid. Reckon you might be...
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about the lovely bit of kit, it is. Bunging a solution you want splitting, and it will separate it out, just like that. Problem is, it won't always get rid of all the impurities. And with some of the stuff we need it for, that ain't good enough. Which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off. And that's where I was hoping you could help.
I imagine Tyre could get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicines and the like.
Proper job!
So what exactly do you need for this filter?
Nothing but Bommack gave me a sample she'd you pour the... Sir? And do you know what?
I take it.
I would have gone myself.
All right.
Thank you kindly.
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
Take a sniff.
Now, Dusan, I know you're keen, but do you have to use the good salt? Leave some for the rest of us.
They're saying Drake's fang is gone. The whole mother crystal gone. What are we gonna do?
Calm yourself.
My reputation will be ruined! Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do...
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen. Yes, I'm afraid it was.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. You want an audience with Lord Ignac?
A condition I would be a fool to refuse.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves...
I did not, no. Though some every ill-gotten coin in Dalamal is said to pass...
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence, and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell, and best of luck.
got company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off!
It's over!
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be done. All right.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects. What shall I call you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right. Speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins, and is used I believe. Each sword is made for that one. There's a brutal...
But how do they hone such an edge?
Why, they use a whetstone of whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, but it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is why when it occurs to me that my little lecture is hard, take this. Take the very stone and a
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship.
I am locked in bitter competition with the I am one step ahead of the
There are many other
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis. Lord Byron Rosfield. And is a perennial...
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Coming, my lordship.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn make.
heard what you told Nan about Cupcake.
Sorry for the wait, but hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about...
I did better than that.
Hey, a whetstone.
Yeah.
No wonder I couldn't get one here. Might not be so bad if it...
Even so...
I think so. But there'd be no replacing this little rock. I reckon we get a dozen swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly. Nah, no point trying to... But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or just imagine it. Good Valesthian steel with an edge as I won't make a copy, nah.
I'm sure the curse breakers will be delighted. Just... don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, I owe you one. August 2.
You'll be happy to hear.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
All right. I will.
Clive? For St. Feline, dear. Bring me the materials, and I'll think about it.
Hugo Kupka's dead.
Told me she was building a ship.
Take a sniff,
Now, Dusan, I know you're keen, but do you...
Oh, where did all the men of the rock go?
Plates and pots!
No, I'm telling you. Are you looking for something in particular? Fare you well.
Let's go. Fly, Ambrosia.
Be safe.
Playtime for the pack, is it? Let me introduce you to mine. And then there was one. Nice try. Get him. Over here. Over here.
far.
That wasn't too bad, was it, Torgal?
There's two. At the glass gate. How the hell is anyone supposed to afford that?
Citizens are free to come and go as they please. Checkpoint's open.
Did you hear?
The gates to heaven.
I want to see you again.
What am I going to do without Sweetwater and oil and talc?
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion. Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the Hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the Hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, and for Otto's, for all of us.
It is rather fetching, isn't it? Very well. Otto is lucky to have you. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the Hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Long ago, yes. And blamed himself for not being... I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done. But it was clear that it...
I didn't know.
How could you have? Besides Sid, I've never met a man more an ill habit. Give my regards to Otto, and tell him I do so miss his visits.
Come on. Back to the stables, girl.
Fly, Ambrosia. Be safe.
Here. Greetings, Your Majesty. pain is over. Now to collect the ash. This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more. That should do it. If the wine needs more than this.
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting,
A star is worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about a bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to...
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only
Same as always. Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, Word probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, Sid may have been the face of the hideaway. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it.
His death was hard on everyone.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, I reckon what he saw in Sid, and don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're that, and you keep good company.
I suppose I do. Goat will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
Stay sharp.
Naught but wild beasts, this end. All their twisted talons and gruesome maws used to tell.
Ready, go? Time to fight. Certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place. I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal? Now, will it be enough, I wonder? I say that answers my question, which means we owe the lawsmen our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite. After it!
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. Take him through. So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right. Now we know what you're after. I can see about getting some in. You can, aye. I'm nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for me. Bloody know it.
I was just on my way to see him.
Ah, Clive. Were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Ah. But that reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation?
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought, but one which raised certain questions in my mind. You see, the Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone. And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one icon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not our adversaries.
Oh, he's more than an ally. He's a friend.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. All yours. All done? Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Off you go then. How may I help you today, Clive? Business is busy. Still. May the goddess go with you.
Good. So Lady Karen accept...
But she was just too stubborn. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could...
Karen refused payment?
I hope it wasn't saying that.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever.
How's that hunt for the bomber?
I have it here.
That's the stuff. You're a gent, Sid. Let nothing say otherwise. Right there. There we have it. The Telemon Alembic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
Very impressive.
Says the man.
There's...
Don't be... Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours?
What?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the Alembic that I reckon will make even the toughest leather supple as anything. Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Save the hideaway a few gil. Ah, I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen it up enough for you to squeeze in a bottle or two more.
Well, it can't hurt to try, I suppose.
That's the spirit. Leave it with me. I'll only be a mo. Well?
It certainly feels...
Right?
Thank you.
No, for supporting Mid and the rest of us. And I'm telling you.
Lady Karen, Goad tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you lot me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hardaway's coffers, but those were donations. And you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you? Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not. Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
I hear you ended up delivering all 3 stones. Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which, I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Right. I've seen that before.
You have, yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit, or because the filthy sod couldn't be bought.
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
Huh. I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid before he...
Before he died? 20 summers, give or take. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship, which is where I met him. He bought passage to... I forget where. And having nothing better to do on the long nights, we set up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that. On account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close. There was... The magic woke inside my sons, and there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family wanted the monster. I couldn't turn my back on, and I couldn't for the life of me understand it. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth. He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. I love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction, and I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather goat were at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Told me she was building a ship.
Really? Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Clive? What do you want? Should last you a good while.
All right, Clive. We'd finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the Twins. No excuses now, though.
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of.
She said that?
She did, yes.
Clive, were you born yesterday or something? She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. Obelith.
Yep.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry at all, are you? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't want... But anyway, I was... Got a letter. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was...
Thank you, Obelith.
Don't mean...
What tidings, Uncle? Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sun?
Well, but next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in, all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least. Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Cooker is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The Blight marches on. And soon, there'll be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's Tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders past and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav?
Already on my way, Captain.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Taya.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
Faster!
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the sky. Till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today. Be safe.
Over here! This
So what do you think? Really? It's as bad as that?
Oh, aye. I take it there's danger.
Oh, what about this fearsome-looking fellow?
Oh, no doubt. Well met, friend. My brother and I have been tasked with finding a merchant's missing cart. You seen it by any chance?
How does a merchant misplace his cart?
Oh, the man's a coward. When he thought goblins might come a-snarling, he ran, leaving his livelihood abandoned in the pass.
He sent the two of us to fetch it, but it's gone. Now, I'm not much of a thinker, but I know the work of thieves when I see it.
My brother's right on all accounts. And by my estimation, the bastards are lying in wait just down the road.
We may have seen our share of action, true, but we've not got the skill in arms to boldly brave an ambush.
You, however, have the look of a man who needn't fear a band of backwater ruffians. What do you say? Will you help us out? Chances are they'll come for you either way. But if you promise to lend us a hand, at least you'll pocket a reward for your troubles.
Well, if I'm going to have to deal with them anyway.
You've clearly got a fine head on.
We're lucky now. Reckon he...
All right.
No, you...
I'm not sure I trust those two. If If there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take care of them.
Look lively, you lot. We've got guests.
These must be our bandits. That's them dealt with. Now, where's that cart? Getting all of this out of here will be a nightmare.
Seems we've found ourselves the right man for the job, wouldn't you say?
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing. Our merchant friend will be delighted.
And how exactly will he be getting his goods out of here?
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be wrong to make such a fine warrior haul cabbages to market.
You've done your part. And that's all you need to worry about. Here. It's been a pleasure. Now piss off.
There's no need to be so rude, brother. What if we want his help again next time?
I see the Delmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold, at least. The path continues on the other side. Straight home now. Let's go.
Yeah!
So this is Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance. by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominants and bearers. To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominant and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
Then we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it, and I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then, Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Greeker, made flesh. Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
Father. I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind. and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
You would trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sambrek, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your Emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch!
You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over. Come, your Radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring. I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
The Boklab markets are to the north. We just need to hug the coast. Good girl. Fly, Ambrosia.
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside. His troops are well-trained and increasingly battle-hardened. Wait for the siege to end. Too slow. Let's try. Too slow. Still. Nice try. Too slow. Nice try. Over here. Nice try. This one. Ready, girl? Run like the wind. Thanks, girl.
Come on. Faster!
More refugees.
And they're all making for the crystalline dominion.
Because they don't know how to live without the crystal's blessing. To the stables, girl.
There are no crystals here. We have to keep going. The crystalline dominion is our only chance.
I know.
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
What are you looking for? Thank you. You're sure you don't need it? Just what I was looking for.
May Gilbert smile.
Good girl. Fly, Ambrosia. Back to the stables, girl.
Buckler.
There are no crystals here. We have to keep...
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
Water for hire! Best service!
Well met. Many thanks. May Gilbert smile. Upon you.
Bloody crimson cobras. Hurry, man. I must leave for the Dominion post haste.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
Peaches and pears.
Out of my sight, wretch.
If our new arrivals had brought any coin with them, we'd be rich.
I hear the brothers found another victim.
What's that? The third this month?
When did you get so big?
Ah, a soldier like yourself could do with hearing this. If ever you see a couple...
And why is that?
Because they're duplicitous bastards in what they do. The merchant dead and his murderers busy bickering out now. The brave soul charges into the footpad's den thinking he's doing the realm a favour. And when he's done, the brothers sweep in and loot the bandits and dead merchant both.
Yeah, there's a lazy sort of cunning to it, I suppose. You'd think they'd run out of bandits eventually.
So close to Boglad? Not bloody likely.
I suppose you're right. Anyway, if you run into them, you steer clear. Or better yet, give them a damn good hiding.
I really wish I had. Thanks for the warning.
wonders from across the water. Come one, come all, feast your eyes. Good sir, can I interest you in...
How much? For a measly crust of bread?
You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays. But you're more than welcome to look.
The Empire's unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the Crystalline Dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
It looks like we aren't the only ones who are eager to leave.
And they're checking everyone.
Can't you make an
Not for the likes of you.
We won't get through without that pass. Let's go and find Good, shall we? He must be around here somewhere.
Taste my peaches! They're sweet as nectar!
I'll take the large one.
Ah, Good. There you are.
Clive, I'm so sorry. Don't tell Nan, will you?
Slow down, Good.
It's me trader's pass. It's gone. We cannot ride the caravan without it. We won't even be able to...
Do you remember?
It was in my pocket a minute ago. Here.
It wouldn't surprise me. I'm busy.
So, to get the pass back, we need to find this child.
I know where. No one knows more about what goes on round here than she does.
Where do we find her?
She's the owner of the Crimson Caravans, up that way.
It's no time like the present.
You two go on ahead. I'm gonna check the rest of my stuff, make sure nothing else is missing.
All right. We'll meet you there.
Let's keep an eye out for this red chocobo, then.
And the other on our purses.
Next to the checkbook.
Out of my sight, wretch!
Looking to hire a coach? It's 10 million for a two-birder to the Crystalline Dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh, we're not here for that.
Then I bid you good day.
Oh, wait! Don't go, El! He's me mate.
As I live and breathe. Goots, what are you doing back in Bocklad? I gather Lady Karen didn't send you. So what trouble have you got yourself into this time?
It's me trader's pass. It got stolen. By a little bairn.
Of all the... You're the size of a marble. Honestly. Ugh.
Goots told us that you know the markets well. Might you have an idea which little bairn could have done this?
We don't intend to punish them. We just need our pass back. Then, we can be on our way.
I see. So neither of you has a trader's pass either. Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct? Now, I can't say for sure who took your pass, but I suspect I know why they did it. Let me explain. Ever since the Fist marched on the Dominion, the Republic has been clamping down on any commerce that might aid the Empire more than it does us. Which means traders' passes have gone from being merely a way of easing one's progress to being essential if one wishes to cross the border at all. And with demand outstripping supply, they've become a precious commodity, leading some to seek to acquire them by less than legitimate means.
So the children are stealing passes to sell on the black market?
Yes, and no. Passes are inscribed with the names of their owners, and yet none of the victims' names have appeared on the register of those passing through the checkpoint.
Which means?
That someone is doctoring the stolen passes. The same someone who is encouraging the children, and the same someone who has Whoever they are, will you stand with? You want to get your pass, and we want to ensure that catch whoever's behind it all. And Tuba.
Is there any other way of getting to the Crystalline Dominion goods?
They won't let you in if you're not with the caravan. It's that, But the guards will definitely spot you if you try and do that. Like, we don't want to get spotted, right?
So either we find the people who took the pass, or give up all hope of entering the Dominion.
All right. We'll help.
Thank you kindly. But I don't know your name.
Clive.
A pleasure doing business with you, Clive. The proprietor of the furniture makers, I suggest that you...
The furniture maker.
Jug of snake spit for the road?
Are you the furniture maker?
Looking for something in particular? Ah, Eloise collared you too, eh?
Then she told me you were leading the hunt for the pickpockets.
For one, that they're targeting the traders carrying the big... Harder to watch your back, see? And less chance of the mark giving chase if they're spotted. Not that they'd be likely to catch them. Those imps.
Their eyes must have lit up when they saw...
The fishmonger round by the gate's been trying to track down the children.
Thank you.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
You should come with me to the Dominion. Life will be different.
Fish for sale! Fresh sorted and smoked! Can I interest you?
She's asked me to help her.
Is that so? Suppose I better tell you what. For one, this isn't a family operation. All the traders say the children who stole their passes were dirty, dressed in rags. Street urchins, by the sound of it. We get a lot around here.
Orphans from the wars.
A few, perhaps. You saw the refugees gathered by the entranceway? They're all looking for a new start in the Dominion and beyond. Some of them take it as an opportunity to rid themselves of unwanted baggage.
The shame of it.
Whoever's behind this would have to have made themselves known to the children at some point.
And so should we.
You should start with the children around here, then. I doubt they're the ones involved, but they might have heard something.
It's worth a try.
All right, then. Questioning children. How hard can that be?
should come with me to the Dominion. Life will be different there.
Excuse me. You can't stop. I was just wondering if anyone has asked you to do anything...
Anything you grown-ups ever ask us to do is shut up and go away. So guess what I'm about to tell you to...
Sorry.
Oh, just leave me alone.
The finest earthenware from the Free Cities! All but unbreakable!
Do you have a moment?
What do you want?
What I want is to know who's asking children like you to pick pockets.
I don't know. Nobody's asked me. What's picking pockets? Do you get...
No, you get in trouble for it. So if they come calling...
I picked a hole in my pocket once. Is that bad too?
The caravan's next to the checkpoint. Show them your trader's pass.
What do you want? I don't have any money.
It's all right. We're not going to hurt you.
What about?
We've heard that we need to know who's behind...
I don't know much about it, really. But my friend, Hansa, he said he got a job.
Sounds promising.
We need to find him.
Do you know where your friend...
He's usually by the tent.
Thank you.
Come on, come on!
No use calling Ambrosia now.
Peaches and pears, beets and beans.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
That's that, then.
She must have meant the refugee camp.
Let's hope he's still nearby.
Daddy, I'm hungry.
That big fat donkey was easy pickings. He wouldn't have noticed if we'd robbed his boots off him.
Yeah. Wish we hadn't handed over the pass, though. Could use one of those things to get out of this dump.
Chance would be a fine thing. The moment they found out, they'd string us up by our gut.
Would they now? Perhaps you'd like to.
Shit! We're in trouble now.
What do we do?
You two get caught if you want. I'm off.
Hunter, where are you?
So that was Hansa, eh? Jill, you watch these two.
All right.
He can't have gone far. I need to find him before his employers do. Did you see a boy run past?
There was a boy ran back there towards the Chocobo pen, but...
Thank you.
Shit! Cornered!
It's all right, Hansa. I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to ask you some questions.
Fine. Not like I've got a choice.
I'm looking for the people who are making you steal for them. Who are they?
Call themselves the Carstones. They said they'd give me a good gill if I did what they told me. I knew they were bad, but bread doesn't come for free. Didn't come at all half the time, before I started buzzing for them. You know, if I didn't do it, they'd just pick on someone else. Someone they could push around easier.
Hansa.
You found him, then?
Jill. Where are the other two?
Eloise is watching over them. She sent Goots and I to look for you.
You're... him! I haven't got your pass anymore, if that's what you're after.
I gave it to the Carstones. Whatever you do to me, I can't get it back. Not that I go against them, anyway. If it weren't for their gil, me and my mates would have starved.
Cowards. You will not force another child to do your bidding.
Wait, we're not...
Don't hurt him.
You're making a mistake. We're on the same side.
Like hell we are. That brooch. Where did you get it?
Master Theo?
Goots. What are you doing with these people? Unless you're the ones my sister was talking about.
Your sister? Eloise didn't tell us she had a brother.
And why would she? I'm just her back and a blade. Theodore, at your service. Sorry about before.
Theodore, what do you know of the Cast Stones?
Vultures who have made Boklad their hunting ground. They prey on the desperate, stealing from those with gil and bullying those without it into joining their flock. I'd been looking into their activities in hope of sparing the refugees any further hardship. But it seems they've already stooped even lower than I'd feared. Hansa's a good lad. Don't blame him for what they've made him do. If he and his friends hadn't agreed to work for the Stones, some other poor souls would have. On pain of death, most likely. Clive, was it? And my sisters asked you to help put an end to the pickpocketing. Then we all want the same thing.
Oh, where is it?
I'm sorry.
So,
what else? You get... Oh. Hansa, where are they camped?
Couldn't if I wanted to. They always come to town to collect the passes. I tried following them once, but they spotted me halfway down the trail. Said they'd string me.
We'll try it this time.
Back down the road.
To Lateney's Cleft, then.
Laney's Cleft is to the south, past the camp.
No, you better not have scared any of my birds.
Let's go.
That's the one who's been sticking his nose in our business.
You should have minded your own. I doubt these were the ringleaders.
But at least we know we're on the right track.
We got company! Just the lot.
Fewer now.
Run like the wind.
Not aye. Some of our new... Especially the little ones. It'll be a shame when they chop them off. But...
Scum. The leaders of the castes don't...
They don't deserve any mercy, Clive.
I wasn't planning on showing.
We're ready when you are.
Oh, I'm ready.
Fuck! It's that guard from Boklat! Kill him! Kill them all!
Too slow.
And they say crime doesn't pay. Gold chains, rings, purses. And traders' passes. Dozens of them.
Have the names been changed?
Not yet. I recognize some of them. No doubt Goots's is somewhere among them. Now I just need to sort through it all and return everything to the people it was taken from.
We should go and give Eloise the good news. Can we leave things here in your hands, Theodore?
Of course. Oh, and, be sure to tell her of the part I played, won't you?
We'll be glad to. Quite the opposite.
So it was the cast stones who were behind it all. And their demise solves 3 problems at a... I only hope yours is among the items you recover. Speaking of whom...
You are too kind, Eloise. Here, Clive. Goods' pass. Ask him to keep a closer eye on it from now on, would you?
I will.
El, I've asked our boys to carry the rest of the goods back. Can I count on your help in sorting through it all?
Of course. I'll make some space in the storeroom. I expect you'll soon be on your way then. But it wouldn't do to leave without introducing yourself properly, would it now? Don't look so shocked.
I don't understand.
As you now know all too well, we at the for a small fee, we will move anything, be that goods to market.
I was the first my sister helped escape. If it wasn't for her, I'd have been branded.
I had no idea.
It just so happens that we are seeking to expand our... And who better to join forces with than... Wouldn't you agree?
I would. It seems our purpose is the... So what would you say to working together?
It would be our pleasure.
And our honor.
The honor is ours.
Here, Clive.
What is it?
Elle has friends in high places, while I have associates in, lower ones.
I shall bear it.
Well, all that remains is to... Goots's path should secure you a place...
We'll... Right then. Let's get this back to Goots.
And then it's on to the Dominion.
If our new arrivals...
Now I just need to see about getting the word.
Bad news.
Good, actually. Something worse. Only trouble is, the serving girl still knew... What exactly? Would you pass the good news to a few friends of mine?
Sounds simple.
So you'll do it. You won't need to... Is Aldrich to free up... Stop it.